You're listening to World Reading Club, Angels and Forbidden Wisdom of the Infernal Dictionary, Demonology, Part 5. Angels and Forbidden Wisdom of the Infernal Dictionary, Demonology, Part 5. Angels and Forbidden Wisdom of the Infernal Dictionary, Demonology, Part 5. You're listening to World Reading Club, presented by Hakeem Alibokas Alexander on Spreaker, Social Podcasting, and Wisdom, Social Audio Inc., presented for World Reading Club in association with UniquilibriuM. This edition's reading focus has several sources, and those sources are the Angel Tarot by Travis McHenry, the Demon Tarot by Ariana Osborne, the Tarot, a collection of secret wisdom from Tarot's mystical origins, with a foreword by Juliet Sharman Burke, and the Angel Numbers book by Mystic Michaela. And today I'm just going to continue going through the Angels cards and also exploring a few of the demons and going through the book published in 1888, which is it's the Tarot, its occult signification, use in fortune telling and method of play, etc., by S.L. McGregor Mathers, again published in 1888. And it has some really interesting stuff that I actually skipped over here, but I'm going to go through that anyway. Hello, Cecilia Grace. I thought you were on Kudos. Just now, I thought I saw that at least. Maybe I got the notification late. But I thought I saw Kudos to Daryl. Those of you on Spreaker don't know what I'm talking about right now, but I'm also, as I mentioned earlier, broadcasting live on Wisdom. Oh, Cecilia Gray said it's tonight at 7:30 p.m. All right. Eastern. Yes, that's right, everybody. So if you're listening here live, you can go to the Wisdom app and listen to Cecilia Grace. Hello, Spacey. You can listen to Cecilia Grace at 7:30 p.m. with Kudos to Daryl. Daryl with the dashes, that is. So we have a meanings of the card section in this 1888 publication by S.L. McGregor Mathers. And I'm going through the Angels cards and seeing if there are any correspondences. Now, yesterday I neglected to pull any demon cards, just because I didn't see any correspondence. But just for fun, it's good to look at what these critters have, and just to keep it nice and fair and balanced. Everybody, we have these dichotomies, this binary thinking a lot of times, where we want to think of terms in, left and right, Democrat, Republican, red and blue, good and bad, angels, demons, God and the devil. So we'll continue to explore those here. And again, the four sources that I have before me are the Demon Tarot by Ariana Osborne, the Angel Tarot by Travis McHenry. There's another dichotomy. One was written by a woman, one by a man. We have the Angel Numbers book, Overtaking the Balance of the Feminine Energy with Mystic Michaela. And then also, even more so, the Tarot, a collection of secret wisdom from Tarot's mystical origins, has a foreword by Juliet Sharman Burke. But actually, I think all of the books in this 956-page compendium are written by men. S.L. McGregor Mathers, Eliphaz Levi, P.R.S. Foley, Arthur Edward Waite, P.D. Ouspensky, Papus, or also known as Dr. Gerard and Kaus. We got Harriet Augusta Curtis and F. Homer Curtis, Manly P. Hall, and A.E. Tierens. I don't know what the A.E. is, could be a man or a woman. But let's go ahead and continue with these cards here. So the first one that I'm going to pull, because yesterday it was all angels, so I'm going to start off with some of the demons from the Infernal dictionary, which many of them are not even really truly demons at all. They've just been called that by these people who may not know any better. So it's just from a Christian Catholic perspective. But the whole point of this here altogether is that there are interesting perspectives and they're all sources of inspiration, just like how I recently discovered a book called Hot Numbers. And then I realized that I was in numerology always practicing with the so-called hot numbers, meaning I was only looking at the positive or the inspirational aspects of all of the numbers in numerology that I would calculate. And some of these cards, though, when you're dealing with angels and demons, they don't all have, they have warnings too, so that, warnings are also positive, right, to help keep you out of trouble. So let me start here. I'm going to pull this first demon card, and it's called Melchom, spelled M-E-L-C-H-O-M. I'm not even sure if that's how you pronounce it, but I'm going to use my best pronunciation here. Melchom, or Melchom, is not one of the titled members of the Infernal monarchy. Instead, he holds a civic position, that of a paymaster to the servants of hell. He counts the gold and holds the purse. He counts the gold and holds the purse. All right, that's Mr. Melchom. And we're going to look at three different aspects of him here, which we have we have annotation, we have inspiration, and divination. The annotation is just an expanded description of the demon and his office, and then the inspiration touches a little bit more on that, how it could be useful to you, and then divination is a more simplified way that if you were doing different card spreads here. So Melchom, this is our first in this study of the demons, demonology. What's up, Chuck? Welcome. All right, so we have annotation. Melchom is occasionally another name given to the demon Moloch. See page 95. But in Colin de Plancy's Dictionnaire, Melchom is a separate entity. No description of his physical description is given, and he does not carry a royal title. But Melchom arguably has one of the more important positions in hell, that of head of payroll. He is known as he who carries the purse in hell. And although there are certainly other demons who command direct subordinates, Melchom's position is more than likely gains him a considerable amount of respect. After all, those who do not give him his due are likely to find their bank accounts a bit low at the end of the month. Inspiration. It may be an odd thing to consider hell having paychecks, but if you think about it, there are probably quite a few civil servants working the files and admissions to the place. Yes, sir. What's up? Blessed evening, Chuck. There are certainly must be paid staff as well. Imagine the chaos without an organized budget, and Melchom becomes a very important member of the infernal hierarchy. Hello, Elizabeth McClung. Welcome back. It seems like you're up like me around the clock. And the divination here, for those who need to hear it, I think a lot of people need to hear this these days and times, but his divination for Melchom is to focus on budgeting and frugality. Focus on budgeting and frugality. There's our first demon there. And I'm going to continue in just introducing the angels here in this presentation, as I've gotten down from 72 to 65 from yesterday. So I'm going to continue in that vein to just go ahead and introduce these angels. The angels all come from the Kabbalah. So these are like some of the officially accepted angels in the religious canon. So let's go ahead and talk to these guys now, keeping it nice and balanced. Yesterday I ended with angel number 65. And remember, I'm going backwards from 72 to 1. And that was Damabia. And it was the world. Number 65, God, the source of wisdom, fountain of wisdom, gives success in all ventures. But now we're moving on to 64. We're moving on to angel number 64, which is... Oh, Chuck says, good movie about demon stuff is Insidious. Yeah, I think I've seen it, but I don't recall it. I'm going to have to watch it again, maybe later. But tomorrow, I have to go to sleep somewhat early tonight because I have to go to a concealed weapons permit class to renew mine. So I'm going to be doing that from 9 to 12 tomorrow for 3 hours. So let's see. The next demon we have, the tarot correspondence, is the sun.
No, but I saw your ring.
This angel's name is
Do you have a
Mehiel. Let me see if the pronunciation is correct, or at least according to this book. Mehiel. Let's see. It's number 64. Let's see. Yes, Mehiel. And Mehiel is the vivifying god. Their office and their abilities are restoration of life, protection from adversaries, rabies, and wild beasts. All right, protection from adversaries, rabies, and wild beasts. And let's take a look in the tarot book from 1888 here and see what, if anything, the sun, if there's a correspondence here. So it says the sun, happiness, contentment, joy. Does that have anything? Restoration of life might bring joy. Then it says reversal, these in a minor degree. So if this card were pulled reverse, meaning upside down, it would be happiness, content, and joy in a minor degree. But that doesn't correspond with this card, but that's just fine. And since it's angel number 65 in the deck, I'm going to go to the angel numbers book and see what we have there for the number 65. Counting down. Here we go. 65 is transformation. Your efforts produce change. The efforts you've made toward living your authentic life are not for nothing. Your angels encourage you to see how your personal transformation is creating a mirrored effect in your reality. Observe parallels today between your own self-growth and what has changed in your daily life. So the only similarity there is that it uses the word life to the angel card. Oh wait, guys, I was wrong. I already did 65. Mehiel is actually angel number 64. See, even when I'm surrounded by angels and demons, they still allow me to make mistakes. You tricksters. All right, 64 is intent. It says, state what you want to accomplish. State what you want to accomplish. Your angels ask you to state out loud what you intend to accomplish. This could be an intention for the day or a much broader life intention. Either way, write it down and post it where you can see it often. Repeat it to yourself throughout the day. This still has no correspondence with the angel number 64 on the card, which I'm not surprised by. We're going to find a lot of things that don't correspond, and that's just fine. What we're doing here is just looking for the inspiration and everything. So there's going to be messages here for everyone, because we have 4 different sources that I'm drawing from. And so we're going to find different messages here, and something might stand out to you. So I'm on a fishing expedition here, so let's continue fishing. All right, so remember, Mehiel is corresponding with the sun. The sun in the tarot is happiness, content, and joy. In reverse, these in a minor degree. But Mehiel is the vivifying God, restoration of life, protection from adversaries, rabies, and wild beasts. Okay, let's move along. Let's move along the song and try to find a plot. There was a girl, and I don't know her name either. She gave me love, and I said I'd never leave her if I did. That's a song from Mighty Mighty Bosstones called Someday. Hello, Matthew Croak. All right, so we're going demon, angels, angel numbers. All right, and also the tarot. Okay, correspondences. Let's see who we have next here. Oh, I like this name. I like names with V's and M's and D's. They sound strong to me, right? The DMV. This demon's name is Volak. Volak. That's a hard name. Volak, spelled V-O-L-A-C. Volak, also Valak or Valak, is a president of hell with 30 legions at his command. He takes the form of a beautiful child with the wings of an angel, and he rides a two-headed dragon. Wow. Volak rides a two-headed dragon. That's pretty cool. Let's see what the annotation, inspiration, and divination says for this. All right. And Volak. It's going to be towards the back of the book, with in alphabetical order. V. Let's look at Volak. Oh, we also have another one with a V called Vol. Alright, here it goes. Annotation. Volak is a president of hell in command of 30 infernal legions, according to Wyer's Pseudomonarchia Demonio, or Demonum. His face and figure are those of a beautiful young boy child with the wings of an angel. His voice is soft and sweet, and his demeanor is gentle and kind. To all appearances, Volak could be the visual inspiration for the Renaissance putti, but for his choice of transport, a ferocious two-headed dragon. Inspiration. Volak is gentle and is a gentle and non-violent demon by all accounts, but he has the gift of communication with all serpents. His gift allows him to find any snake in the world, and he can speak to it, and it will answer his question and follow his commands. And so, although Volak does not look very powerful, he has at his disposal a host of powerful and clever creatures, from the great dragon he uses as a steed to the tiny grass snakes that can seek the locations of hidden treasures. Divination. Beware of underestimating soft-spoken or mild-mannered individuals. Many capable individuals are easily overlooked because they are quiet. All right. That's right, folks. Many capable individuals are easily overlooked because they are quiet. All right, now we're going next to our next angel. We have Anayuel. Now, did I pronounce that correctly? Let's see. Anayuel. That is angel number 63. Yeah, Anayuel. I'm saying Anayuel, but I like that. Anayuel. And Anayuel, oh, that's very interesting. Hey, we have a correspondence. Yay, with a demon. Just quite by accident. Anayuel is the gentle god. So remember that our previous Volak is gentle. So I'm gonna have to. I think I'm gonna want to write this down, just so I can keep track of any of these correspondences. So we have the demon Volak, and I'm just gonna write their names down next to each other, and I'll already know that means that I found a similarity. So the demon Volak and the angel Anayuel are both gentle. Okay, so Anayuel, the gentle god. And let's see here. Hello, Daryl with the dashes here that you're going to be on later on Kudos with Cecilia Grace. Everybody tune in for that later at 7:30. I don't know if I'll be available or not, but maybe I will. If I'm driving, I can still put it on and listen at least. So Anayuel, the gentle god, and the office and abilities is perception of unity, protects against accidents, and heals the sick. Perception of unity, protects against accidents, and heals the sick. The gentle god, angel number is 63. So let's look into the angel numbers book and see if there's any correspondence there at all, if any. And no, but that's okay. We're looking for inspiration anywhere we can get it, so these messages will ring true for anybody listening here. So we have 63. Be reliable. Prove yourself through challenges. Your world is increasingly filled with challenges, all of which are here to serve your highest good. It's a wonderful opportunity to demonstrate reliability. Today, reflect on what it means to be reliable and write a list of ways you are currently doing this, as well as places in your life where you could work on this. Be reliable. All right, and then also one thing I didn't get to is Anayuel is the tarot correspondence is the Six of Swords. So let's go ahead and look at the Six of Swords here and see if there are any correspondence there. Six of Swords. It says envoy, messenger, voyage, and travel. Reversed, declaration, love proposed, revelation, surprise. The only thing that it might be a correlation is that Anayuel is perception of unity and love proposed. That's sort of a perception of unity, right? People proposing love perceive that there's a unity there. So it's a tenuous and very loose point of contact, but I'm not hoping or expecting for those. I'm just surprised whenever they happen because they're just happy accidents. All right, moving along. The next angel. Demon. And I might repeat some of these here. I've done some of these demons before in the previous talk, but I'm gonna actually skip over this next one because we already looked at him. His name is Leonard, and he's in a previous talk on wisdom. So I'll just skip over him, just so I can keep pace with these cards here for now. Even though I'm going to repeat a lot of them as I go along. I've got this really great master book of tarot. It's just fascinating. Let's move along to the next demon here. Has another cool name. This is Gomory. Gomory. Gomory or Grimory is Duke of Hell with 26 military units under his command. He manifests as a delicate and feminine being riding a camel, similar in appearance to Paimon. Paimon's another one of the demons in the book. So similar in appearance to Paimon. That's Gomory. Or Grimory. And we're going to put that card there and look at Gomory's annotation, inspiration, and divination here in the Demon Tarot book. All right, Gomory annotation. This is a short one. Gomory is a Duke of Hell in command of 26 legions of demons. According to Wire's Pseudomonarchia Daemonum, his appearance could mean that he is the twin to Paimon. See page 105. He appears in a feminine aspect astride a camel. Even the illustrations of the two demons in Dictionnaire are similar. I'll have to look at that real quick. How similar is that? It's so funny because I've had this book for over 10 years, but 5 of those years I was in, it's actually quite similar. Very, very similar, huh? Twin demons. Who would have thought? All right, so let's move along here. Inspiration. While Paimon is an ostentatious and flashy demon, Gomory is more soft-spoken and demure. His gifts for telling the past, present, and future are comparable to many other demons, but Gomory specializes in finding beautiful things, be they physical treasures or new love. Divination. Focus on finding and gaining new love or inspiration. Focus on finding and gaining new love or inspiration. Someone needs to hear that, right? And then let's take a look at the next angel, angel number 62. Oh boy, I'm always going to have to be looking up the ways to pronounce these angels' names. But this looks like it's Yahel, but I'm sure it's going to be something a little bit different. Iahel or Yahel. Yahel. Let's see, number 62. Iahel. Yeah, Iahel. And Iahel, it means God, the highest being. The office and abilities are desire to know and the acquisition of wisdom. The acquisition of wisdom. Desire to know and the acquisition of wisdom. It's also, the tarot correspondent is the Five of Swords. So let's take a look at the Five of Swords, which is completely different from what's in this book here. The Five of Swords here says mourning, sadness, affliction. Reverse, losses, trouble. Same signification whether reversed or not. Okay. All right, but that's no correspondence here with the angel Iahel, because it says desire to know in the acquisition of wisdom, and whereas the Five of Swords is mourning, sadness, affliction, losses, and trouble. So it doesn't matter whether it's reversed or not. And it takes the place of, it's the 62nd card. And so let's look at what we have for 62 in the angel numbers book, Mystic Mahela. It says, acquisition. Prepare for the arrival of what is new. Your angels want you to acquire all that is in your highest good, but in order to do so, you must let go of the reluctance to give up the old ways of doing things. Repeat this mantra. Hey everybody, here's an activity. Repeat this mantra. I am willing to become the version of myself that is the most authentic. I am willing to become the version of myself that is most authentic. So, there we go. That is the numerological correspondence of Iahel. I could go even deeper here, but that'll be in future installments of Angels and the Forbidden Wisdom. I might even call it something different after this, just for fun, and start adding numerology and the Viking runes to it. All right, moving along. Our next demon, I'm just going to pull him out the pile here, is Torngarsuk. Torngarsuk, spelled Torngarsuk. Torngarsuk. Just how you think it might be spelled, like phonetically. I don't have a pronunciation guide here for these demons, so probably that's a good thing. You know, like in mythology, right? If you have to pronounce certain things a certain way in the right way in order to invoke and conjure. We don't want to bring any demons kicking and screaming into a room full of candles or incense, as Ariana Osborne jokes and quips in her book, The Demon Tarot. You know, let me read that. That's actually kind of fun. She says, by the way, I don't recommend forcibly summoning any demons. I know that I would be rather annoyed if someone dragged me with no warning into a room filled with incense. I mean, that's just rude. I'm not surprised that stories of summonings seldom end well for the summoner. All right. But this is just a bit of inspiration here, so we're not trying to bring Torngarsuk or any of his cohorts into Barnes & Noble. How weird would that be? What if that actually happened? Sometimes I kind of wish it would, right? But then I could fight them with my superpowers, my supervillain powers. Villain versus demon. That will be the next movie. So let's look at Torngarsuk's annotation, inspiration, and divination. And by the way, there's a correspondence with that in the Angel Numbers book. They actually have something very similar. The Angel Numbers book has 3 things that they show that the cards, when you pull them, they have, they have the 3 parts, and the last one is divination as well. There's evocation, meditation, and divination. So yeah, they have also 3 parts. So that's a similarity between the Demon Tarot and the Angel Tarot. I wonder if Travis McHenry was inspired by Ariana Osborne to make an Angel Tarot to counteract what he might have felt was evil. As a matter of fact, there was a song, a death metal song that I had heard from the album called Death Is Just a Beginning 2 from back in 1993 or somewhere around there. And when I finally learned the lyrics some years ago, I was so horrified at what they were. Not that because I'm not religious or anything, but I was so just freaked out by what it was that I created a spell or a poem on my website Sword Paper to counteract what the lyrics were in that song. It just really freaked. I just really felt bad. I don't know, and I felt like I had to do at least something to neutralize it, because it was something about. I think the song was called Immortal Cessation, and so I created one called Immortal Creation or something like that. I don't remember. I'll have to look at it later. but sometimes some things just kind of get to me, and I respond. All right, so where was I? Oh yes, Torn Garsuk. Let's finish looking at this guy and see what Torn Garsuk has to say. Torn Garsuk, annotation, which has many other spellings based on approximations of regional dialects, is again not strictly a demon, but rather an Inuit or Inuit deity whose native lands are the skies and caves of Greenland and some northern parts of the North American continent. In Dictionnaire, he is depicted as a bear, and Colin de Plancy notes that he also may manifest as a one-armed man. According to the writings of polar explorers in the 1800s, Torn Garsuk was a deity invoked by the Angakuks, figures analogous to the shamans or medicine men of other native cultures, of the Inuit peoples when villagers grew ill enough to require mystical intervention. The Angakuk carried a bottled familiar with him at all times, and the familiar spirit acted as an intermediary between the physical world and the spiritual, carrying the Angakuk's request to Torn Garsuk and returning with the god's reply and or blessing. Inspiration. Hello, Lulu baby, welcome. Inspiration. Although Torn Garsuk is, by all accounts, a benevolent deity who very often will assist the Angakuks in healing those who are ill, many Inuit traditions also focus on the power of positive thinking to combat ill health. A hunter or angler who is strong of mind will, it is said, be strong of body as well, and should never need to see Torn Garsuk until it is time to be led to the land of plenty. Divination. Focus on strength and positive thinking, even when in poor health. I can't say that that's a bad divination, right? In addition to the medicine and other medical treatment that you are receiving, a little bit of focusing on strength and positive thinking can only help. All right. That is Torn Garsuk. All right, let's see what the next angel is here. It's Umabel. Sounds like Mama Bell. Umabel. Let's see if I'm pronouncing it correctly here in the pronunciation table here. Number 61. Yep. Oh, what? What? Guys, I am... is this a joke? So it says this angel's name is spelled Umabel, and in the book it says it's Mehiel. All right, Mehiel it is. That doesn't compute to my brain. Mehiel, okay, Mehiel, number 61 is also, its tarot correspondence is the Ace of Swords. And Mehiel is God above all names elevated. The office and abilities are affinity and friendship, and obtain the friendship of anyone. So it helps to obtain the friendship of anyone. Anybody out there looking to obtain the friendship of someone, it's Mehiel or Umabel, as I have read it, which may come to the rescue in that case. Let's look at the Ace of Swords, and does the Ace of Swords have anything to do with friendship? Let's take a look. Ace of Swords. Triumph, fecundity, fertility, and prosperity. Nope. Reversed, embarrassment, foolish and hopeless love, obstacle, hindrance. All right. Thank you, Mehiel Umabel. We're going to go there, and since you are number 61, we'll look at the Angel Numbers book and see if there's any correspondence whatsoever. Probably not. We've been pretty miss here. Well, maybe. Okay, I don't know. Well, there is a correspondence in some ways with the Ace of Swords and the Angel's Number book number 61, and maybe a tiny point of contact with Mehiel on the card, because here's number 61. 61, the 61 frequency in the Angel Numbers book is love. Demonstrate love in action. There are many ways to show your love to the people in your life, and your angels want you to do that today. Listen to someone thoughtfully, keep a promise you made, or make someone you appreciate feel important. Do something to make others feel your love. And in the Ace of Swords it says foolish and hopeless love, so there's and that's reversed, so that kind of goes along. And I know the word affinity on the Mehiel or Umabel card is tracking pretty well, where it says affinity and friendship, so we got some tenuous points of contact there. But demonstrate love in action, it says. Do something to make others feel your love. Welcome to the room. Hello, Jessica. How you doing? All right. Is there anything else that I missed? Nope, I think I covered all the bases there. And we're moving on to our next demon, which is called Furfur. F-U-R, F-U-R. Furfur. Let's see what it says here. Furfur is a Count of Hell with 26 military units under his command. He appears as a winged hart with a rough voice, and he must be confined in a magical triangle before he will speak the truth. And I guess a hart, is that an animal? Let me go ahead and look this up here on the Googles. Google,